Guys, in this video I'm going to be demonstrating how to do a yarn over both on the knit side and the purl side. A yarn over is a way of adding a stitch that creates an open hole. This is most commonly used in lace work to give a lovely open effect. So to begin with, what you do, we're going to knit in a little bit here. All right, so we've gotten to a point where we want to make a yarn over. To make the yarn over, we would bring the yarn to the front as if we were to purl. But we're not going to purl, we're just going to knit the next stitch as normal. And what that does is create a wrap around the needle known as the yarn over, which will leave a giant open hole when we get to it. And let me show you again. Let's knit a couple more stitches. All right. See, what we do again, we bring the yarn to the front as if to purl, then knit the next stitch as normal, and it wraps that yarn around the needle, creating the yarn over. Most commonly, whenever you have done a yarn over, you will be knitting two stitches together. So yarn over, knit two stitches together to do a decrease, which follows your increase, because that's what a yarn over is. A yarn over is a type of increase. And what this does is it keeps your stitch count the same, unless you are specifically using a yarn over to increase your stitch count. All lace work is a combination of yarn overs and knitting two together. So it's basically a combination of different ways to increase and decrease in a pattern style to create lace. All right, let me get this knit far enough to where I can get to the to a purl side to show you how to purl. Do a yarn over purl. I'm going to move my yarn to the other side because that's driving me nuts. See, when you work into the back of the yarn over, it creates another stitch. See, hold on, let me show you. There's a yarn over. We just purl it as normal, and it creates a stitch with a giant open hole. All right, so if we turn it back to where you can see the right side of the yarn, and we spread it out, you can see the holes created by the yarn over. And that's how a lace is essentially made. All right, so I'm going to knit this round, and then I'm going to turn it to the wrong side, or the purl side, and show you how to purl a yarn over. And I'm sorry if you hear any the toddler. She's watching her stories, aka twirly woos, and if mommy mutes it too much, she gets very angry. So she's just sitting nicely next to me, messing with a chair, watching her show. Yeah. And I'm sorry if I stumble over words. I have to mentally slow myself down to try and explain it in such a way that I think other people can understand. and I tend to knit really fast, so it's hard. I not only do I have to slow my brain down so that the words come out not jumbled, but also slow my hands down so that my words match up with what I'm knitting. All right, so we're on our purl side, and to purl a yarn over, let's get a couple stitches in. All right, so our yarn's already on this side. To create a yarn over on the purl side in which the yarn is correctly orientated, you take it back over the needle and wrap it around like that. Can you see? I think you can see. And it creates the yarn over with the correct orientation, so when you turn it around to the knit side, you will not have to twist or untwist the stitch to work into that yarn over. All right, let's show you again. So it's already on the purl side, it's already in front. You take it to the back, wrap it around the needle, and bring it back to the front. If we were to do it the other way and go put the yarn to the back, we would have to bring it to the front over the needle and then back underneath, or over the needle, and then the stitch would be in the wrong orientation, if you see what I mean. Sorry, let me see if I can explain it clearer. All right, I'm going to hold the needle different. So it's already in the front. If we were to bring this yarn to the back and then back to the front, it would create a yarn over, but it would be in the wrong orientation. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And then you would have to untwist the stitch and place the yarn over on the needle correctly when you get to it on the other side to work it. All right, so we pull it, wrap it around, and then, like again, lace work, you would knit, or you would purl 2 stitches together to keep your stitch count the same. And you just go through 2, purl them. All right, let's yarn over one more time. So again, yarn's already in the front, wrap it around and back under, then purl through your next stitches. Yes, baby. Can you hold on a second? Watch Twirly Woos, please. All right. See, if we turn it back to the right side, you can see all of our yarn overs. Again, see, that's on the purl side yarn over. Honey, can I have my needle back? Thank you. All right, and then when you work from this side, you would just knit into them as regular, and that would create your giant hole or your lacework hole. What I'm going to do is when I get to one of the yarn overs, I'm going to twist it to show you how it would have been oriented if you had just moved your yarn back to the back. Okay. So here's a yarn over that we did the correct way. If we had done it the other way, it would have been oriented this way, and we would not be able to work it correctly. If we were to work it like this, like a normal stitch knitting in, it would cause it to twist. So you always want your leading leg, the one that joins the yarn you just worked, to be the one over the front of the needle, unless a pattern specifically calls for you to twist a stitch. Twisting a stitch will cause your worked fabric, your knitted fabric, to be tighter and not as stretchy. And it can also cause unevenness in the stitches that will not be fixed by blocking. All right, into our end. We lay this out, and now you can see all the holes created by a yarn over. Now, I didn't have a rhyme or reason, so it doesn't look very pretty. I just wanted to demonstrate how to do it. But lace patterns will have a rhyme and a reason, and it will help you and create some beautiful lacework fabric. That is how you yarn over on both the knit side and the purl side.